As you guys know, I'm a Washington Wizards fan. Why? Because I'm also an Orlando Magic Timberwolves fan. I'm a masochist. So I'm an emo basketball fan. But what we're hearing from Jake Fisher is that the Wizards are looking for multiple first round picks, as they should, for Kyle Kuzma, who's averaging 23 points a night, 6 rebounds, just being freaking fantastic. So the Wizards are open to trading basically everyone on the roster for draft assets. Sources tell Jake Fisher of Yahoo Sports. Specifically, the Wizards are looking for multiple first round picks in exchange for Kyle Kuzma. He's in the first year of that 4-year, $102 million deal. And I've said it before, I think a team like the Kings really like Kyle Kuzma. Kyle Kuzma is the perfect third or fourth option on a championship team, in my opinion. Basically the role that he had for the Lakers, maybe a little bit more, is basically what Kyle is at this point. If you're going for him, he's a guy who can score at all three levels. He's got so many ways, great scoring chops, explosive, fast, can get his own shot, good rebounding ability. You know, the three-point shot's becoming more consistent, but it's still a little inconsistent, but you got to respect it. It's reliable to count in the clutch. He's become a better defensive player with his length. He doesn't always put the effort there, but, you know, when he does, he's good. He's 6'9" with a 7-foot wingspan. Those are things you just can't teach. And basically everybody else on the Wizards is available for trade, which then brings up the whole thing. Okay, what's going on? Like, I hope we keep Denny Avdia. I had the impression preseason, before Jordan Poole was terrible and the worst player in basketball, etc., I thought Jordan Poole, Denny Avdia, and Kyle Kuzma would be the untouchables. Now I think anybody for the right price is available. Besides that, it's definitely interesting to see how the perception of a player is around the league. Now, we all know that Kyle Kuzma is someone that has a lot of value and someone that is kind of sought after around the league. So I want to hear your thoughts down below, and this is the rest of the reporting we have on the Wizards.
Yo, what's going on, guys? And today we're going to be talking about Mr. Kyle Kuzma, who's considered quite valuable on the trade market if the Wizards begin selling off players. As you guys know, Kuzma signed a 4-year, $90 million contract, and he's considered quite valuable. Obviously, we appear to be sellers this season as we are firmly planted at the bottom of the league, looking like we might be able to get a first overall pick or a top first round pick. Now, Kyle Kuzma trade could lead to us getting significant first round draft pick capital, while the value of Jordan Poole has appeared to drop as he's in the first year of that $120 million deal. Now, I think the biggest thing is looking around at teams like the Knicks, like the Kings. I think my T-Wolves would be a perfect fit for him, but I don't think the T-Wolves would be but the Kings and the Knicks are, I feel like, teams that realistically go for it. The Heat, if they were able to convince or give a package, is another team. There's some teams that I really think that if he's their third guy or fourth guy, he's immensely valuable because of his skill set. And that's the thing with Kyle Kuzma. I'm a huge Kyle Kuzma. I'm a Wizards fan, so I want to hear your opinions down below. What do you guys think of him, if you guys are on the same page as me? But this year he's playing 31 minutes a night, which is the least amount of minutes since his LA days. And he's averaging 23 points, which is career high, 6.5 rebounds, 4.5 assists, a block and a steal a night. And he's shooting 47% from the field almost, while also shooting 36.5% over 36% from three. Okay. And I think that's one of the coolest things when you think about it, because I'm a big fan, because what we see with Kuzma is that, he's had an injury concern, but it's really not going to affect him, he's saying. And I don't know. I personally think you're getting at least 2 first round picks if you trade Kuzma. He's an absolute dog. No, I feel like when you look at this team, you think, okay, How are they going to be able to get better, the Wizards? It's by trading players at the top when their values at their highest. And right now, personally, guys, I do think the most value he has is right now. And I think that definitely is why. But maybe, okay. And I feel like sometimes when I look at a team that is trying to get to the next level, guys like Kyle Kuzma could be your gateway there, like the Aaron Gordon. He's kind of like the Aaron Gordon. That's what I want to say. Aaron Gordon's a great example of this. And that's why I think when you have someone as good as Kyle Kuzma on the roster, you gotta harness that. You can't let that stuff slip away, in my opinion, if you're a championship team or rot away on a team like the Wizards. No offense, I love my Wizards, but a championship team needs to go out and get him.
My Washington Wizards are the last one. I'm so happy that we get to talk about this today, guys, because the Washington Wizards are an abysmal team this year. And you guys know I'm a Wizards fan, and I'm loving every single second of it, okay? And it's because we're going to get draft picks for these guys. We're going to get draft picks for these guys, or at least something, okay? I'm cool with taking on salaries. Like, hey, look, if James Wiseman wants to come over here and get some minutes, I'm cool with it, guys. So shout out Hoops Hype for this information. Like and comment, subscribe, check out the link in the description if you want to read the article. So this is what they wrote. The Washington Wizards have several veteran role players expected to draw interest with from playoff aspiring teams to fortify their thing. From DeLon Wright, Landry Shamet, Danilo Gallinari, Mike Muscala, I bet you Tyus Jones, a bunch of the other guys. Three of those four players, or three of everybody, basically everybody there except I think Landry Shamet is on an expiring contract. When healthy, DeLon Wright's one of the more capable backup point guards who's a career 39% three-point shooter and is a solid 1-3 defender. Danilo Gallinari, who's made the second highest career salary without making an all-star team and in NBA history, has provided veteran leadership and bench scoring. He's got good relationships with Mike Winger and Will Dawkins, as he played under both of those executives for the Clippers and for the Thunder, and his coach Wes Unseld Jr. was an assistant when Danilo Gallinari was on the Nuggets. Mike Muscala can provide floor spacing. Likewise can Mr. Landry Shamet. Tyus Jones is one of the better backup point guards in the league. Stopgap at the point guard. So right here, Tyus Jones straight up, I mean, the closer we get to, a very, very needy team that needs a point guard could offer you a pick swap, maybe a protected pick for Tyus Jones. The guys that are going to get you the most value this season, if you were to trade them, is right now, the guys that I don't think we're trading, if we were, Daniel Gafford, Denny Avdia, Kyle Kuzma, Jordan Poole. It's not saying that we won't trade them, because they definitely could be traded. I just think they see those guys as closer to even though I don't like Jordan Poole and he's been terrible for us, those guys are seen as like the highest ceilings and like the ones that we should put as building blocks. Landry Shamet could get us a protected pick. People need shooting. He's been playing. Also put in Bilal Coulibaly, but I felt like that was untouchable. Like that went without saying. Corey Kispert should also be put in that building block group. I think Pat Baldwin, Ryan Rollins, all those guys, the young guys will be. But if you look at the rest, Tyus Jones, DeLon Wright, that's right there, $22 million. About right here, you get yourself, about $29 million with Danilo. You get to about $33 million with Mike Muscala. You throw in Anthony Gill could be traded. That's about $35 million. And then you have $45 million with Landry Shamet. And yeah, I mean, that's a lot of salaries that we can move. And also, Landry has no guaranteed money next year, so teams could really like that. I look at this and I'm just, okay, Danilo Gallinari would be perfect for, the problem is the salary. I mean, let's be honest, if a team like the Celtics feel like he might get bought out, they might just wait till till he's in free agency. DeLon Wright's actually a guy that for teams like the Suns should be interested in it. Mike Muscala, I could see for a team like the Clippers or maybe the Cavs. You just have to have a really good starting center. Tyus Jones would be great for basically any team that needs a backup point guard. It becomes a lot more difficult to like see like where this is gonna go, especially when like we don't know like what's the correct thing in terms of their values. It's very skewed because everyone knows these guys are expiring, so they could just force the Wizards' hands.